I stood there in Mr. Harlan's darkwood study, the heavy smell of his expensive aftershave and fresh brewed coffee making my stomach twist. Rain tapped against the big window overlooking the hills, and the grandfather clock in the corner ticked way too loud, like it was counting down my failure. My jeans stuck to my legs from the sweat already soaking through. I had just asked him, hands shaking, for permission to propose to his daughter Sarah. My voice cracked when I said I wanted to spend my life making her happy. He stared at me across the big mahogany desk for what felt like forever. Then he said it. No. I let out a nervous laugh. Sure, he was messing with me. Mr. Harlan didn't mess around. He ran a big construction company that built half the luxury homes around here. He was tall and always looked like he was ready for a board meeting, even on a Tuesday afternoon. I'm sorry. I said, my throat tight. I said no, he repeated, his voice calm and final, like signing off on a bad deal. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you need to hear every bit of it. He turned his laptop screen toward me. There was a document open, titled Concerns About Proposal. Bullets lined up neat, with dates and details. He had this ready before I even walked in. Number 1, he started reading. October 18th last year. Sarah had her big work presentation. She told you how nervous she was the whole week. You just said, you'll be fine, and didn't ask what the project was even about. She called her mom that night, saying she felt like you weren't really listening. My face got hot fast. Number 2, he went on. November 28th at Thanksgiving dinner. You called her sister the tall one twice instead of using her name, Kayla. You've met her 10 times now. Sarah had to correct you right there at the table. He didn't give me time to speak. Number 3, April 7th. Sarah told you she wanted Thai food for her birthday dinner because it reminded her of a good trip we took. You booked the Italian place instead because it was only 5 minutes from your office and parking was easier. She ate the food and smiled, but she told me later it made her feel like her ideas didn't count. Number 4, June 3rd. That was the day she got her promotion to senior manager with a $12,000 raise. You hugged her quick and turned on the football game. You never asked about her new title or what the extra money meant for her plans. Number 5, he leaned forward, eyes locked on mine. Your truck still has that old gym bag in the back from last August. It's full of dirty workout clothes and empty shake bottles that make the whole cab smell. Sarah hates getting in your truck because of it. She says it's like you start things but never finish them. You shut the laptop with a snap. You're not a terrible person, but you're lazy about the important stuff. You show up for the easy parts of the relationship, but you don't put in the work to really see her. In this city, a father-in-law's approval can shut down your whole future faster than bad traffic on the freeway. Sarah deserves a man who chooses her needs every single day, not just when it's convenient for him. I opened my mouth to argue, but he held up his hand. Come back when you can give me 3 specific things from the last month where you put her first. Real actions, not talk. Or stay away. The drive home felt endless. Rain hammered my truck harder now, and the wipers could barely keep up. My hand shook on the steering wheel so much I had to pull over once. Sweat ran down my back even with the air on high. My heart pounded like it would break through my chest. How had he known every little mistake? It felt like he had cameras on us or something. The rage built up slow at first, then all at once. He wasn't protecting her. He was controlling her life through me. I felt small, like a kid getting scolded, but also mad enough to yell at the empty road. Back in my apartment, the walls felt like they were squeezing in. I paced the living room, my socks sliding on the cheap carpet that made a soft ripping sound with each step. My hands wouldn't stop trembling as I grabbed a glass of water. It spilled because I shook so bad. Tears burned my eyes, but I blinked them away. He can't do this, I said out loud to the empty room. He doesn't get to decide us. But doubt crept in too. What if I really had been half there with Sarah? The stress made my stomach knot uptight. I sat down hard on the couch, head in my hands, breathing fast and shallow. Empathy hit me for her. All the time she must have gone to her parents instead of me because I wasn't fully present. But the bigger feeling was hate for how he delivered it, like I was beneath him. I didn't sleep much that night. The next few days, I thought hard. I could try to fix things to win him over, or I could use what he taught me against him. I chose the second. I started with Sarah right away. We sat at our usual coffee spot, the steam rising from our cups. Hey, remember that work thing you had back in October? I asked. What was the presentation really about? I want to hear all the details I missed. She looked shocked at first, then started talking, her eyes lighting up as she went on for 20 minutes. I listened, asked follow-ups the next day like, how did your boss react to that slide you worked on? She smiled bigger than I'd seen in months. I took care of the gym bag that same afternoon, dumped it in the trash, scrubbed out the truck. For her birthday redo, I drove 40 minutes to the Thai place she wanted, no complaints. When the anniversary of her promotion hit, I brought flowers and said, tell me about the new role. The 12,000 raise must have changed some things for you. She hugged me tight. One night, over dinner, she said, my dad always wants updates on you. It gets exhausting, like he doesn't trust my choices. That was my moment. I told her the whole story, every bullet, every date, his exact insults about me being lazy. He said I don't see you for real. Her face went white. He kept a list and talked to you like that without telling me. We talked for hours. She called her mom later, and the truth came out. Dad had been helping too much for years. The family tension grew fast after that. 3 weeks later, I stood in his study again. Same smells, same clock, but I wasn't sweating. I followed your list. I told him. I did the specifics. Listen on purpose. Chose her once over easy. He nodded, starting to look pleased. Then you have mine. No, I cut him off. I held up my phone with a photo of Sarah wearing the ring. We got engaged last weekend at the beach. She said yes because I finally showed up for her, and I told her everything you said, the full list, how you tracked our private moments and decided I was no good. His mouth opened, but nothing came out at first. His face turned red, then pale. That was between us, he growled. It was about her life, I said back. Now she knows how much you don't trust her judgment. She's packing to move in with me next month. Your control ends here. He stood up fast, chair scraping loud. You can't just. I just did, I said. I walked out and didn't look back. The door shut with a solid click behind me. In this city, some dads think their money and lists give them power over everything. They find out too late that love doesn't work like a construction contract. Sarah and I had a quiet wedding 4 months later. Her dad showed up in the back, not saying much. When he came up after to shake my hand and mutter something about family, I looked him right in the eyes and said the words that closed the book for good. You listed every way I failed to pay attention to her, but you never paid attention to how your rules were driving her away. She's happier now, and it's got nothing to do with you.